Once again, today we are coming your way on the channel Know Yourself GH with yet the third series on the broad topic managing expectations and disappointment in relationship. Today we are going to look at strategies for managing expectations. We have seen that if you don't manage your expectations, it comes with some consequences. That was the last time that we met. Today we just want to share with you, if that is the case, what are some of the strategies that I need to map up in order to manage my expectations in relationship. The very first strategy that I want to share with you is communication. Indeed, openly discuss expectations and concerns to avoid misunderstanding in your relationship. You don't need to shroud, remain secretive, be open. And as I have always quoted Pskwofie 2015, according to him, communication is the wheel around which every relationship revolves. And to some extent, communication is like the life wire of every relationship. It is like the earth that we breathe in a relationship, without which the relationship will be dead. And so, if indeed you want to manage your expectations, one strategy is for you to engage in an open communication with your partner. Please, open up. If anything is bothering you, if there's something that you don't understand about your counterparts, and even bothering yourself, try and open up to your partner. Indeed, if he or she also wants to discuss something with you, please, it is for the strength and the health of that relationship. So open up to your partner. It will do you a great service. Then, number 2 strategy, as we are looking at strategies for managing expectations, will be setting realistic goals. We've already talked about some types of expectations, and I think one of them, which we saw wasn't that very good, was setting unrealistic or going into a relationship with unrealistic expectations. Here we are looking at how realistic your goals will be when you are entering into a relationship. That is the only way that you can use to manage, one of the means to manage your expectations in that relationship. Establish achievable goals and expectations. You do that by considering your partner's capabilities and limitations. And so don't think too much beyond the limit of your partner. Of course, you just entered into a relationship. I keep telling people, you want your relationship going through the next about 1 year. You should buy a vehicle, put up your own building. Wow, is it that easy? If it were to be easy, please check your background. And so don't think that high. Anytime that you are entering into a relationship, be realistic. And by that, I'm saying the goals that you set, let it be. Some people enter into relationships and then go into the relationship with expectations that my goal is that we would give birth to 2 boys and 2 girls. Are you the one who determines the sex or the gender of a child? If anything, you can say that if God permits, we can give birth to about 1 or 2 or 3. But for you to be gender-based, this is something that comes from God. And so you cannot be set that unrealistic goal of certain gender. And so some people are fighting relationship because of this gender. You go into a labor ward, especially for the men, your wives go to the labor ward, bring in a female child. You say, no, I'm expecting a male child. Another one, female child. No, I'm expecting, as if the female child is not a child. Or maybe the person goes and brings in a male child. You say, I'm looking for a female child. Please, All of them are human beings. So your prayer must be that if God permits. Again, you can also be disappointed in the sense that there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with your spouse or your partner. And yet, the person cannot even conceive. How about that? And so, let us be realistic. And then I'm tying this one in with yet the third strategy, and that is the need for you to be flexible. Flexibility is very, very important. Why flexibility? Be adaptable and willing to adjust your expectations. And not only that we are doing this because circumstances may change. Yes, today I'm this. We don't know what will happen to me the next day. Some of us entered into relationship looking that strong and healthy, vitality, everything was strong. But just about some few years into the relationship, some serious ailments, disease strikes your partner down. And so if you don't, and for some people, whether you are sick or you are healthy or whatever, they don't care. All that they are looking for is, I told you that when we enter into this relationship in the next 5-6 years, this must happen. So please, be flexible to adjust and then adapt when necessary. That is what we are encouraging you to do. Be flexible. The very last one, as we talk about the strategies for managing expectations, is emotional intelligence. When we say you possess emotional intelligence, we are looking at how well you know yourself. Be self-aware and then possess that regulatory skills to regulate your own emotions. Recognize and manage your emotions and that of your partner. Any emotions related to expectations, you try to regulate them to prevent conflict in your relationship. Indeed, anytime something is happening, if you possess emotional intelligence, you would sit down to ask yourself, in which situation do I find myself? What is my mood? What is my current demeanor? In fact, if you are communicating even with your partner, you would look at all these things at that very instance, and it will inform what you should tell your partner, and that is what we call encoding. And in the same way, when you are engaging with your partner, that partner, as you have encoded, she or the person would also have to decode. And by decoding, why did my partner use this expression? Why is he or she telling me this at this time of the day? And so these are some of the things that we're expecting you to do as a means of strategizing to manage your expectations. 1, communication. 2, set realistic goals. 3, be flexible. And 4, possess emotional intelligence. I am sure if you follow this, you would enjoy your relationship. I'm entreating you once again to subscribe if this is the first time. If you really feel the content is good, like it, and when you do, share so others can receive content from us. Thank you.